So hi everyone, myself Orkajatide, and in this video we are going to talk about uh, what is love, what is ego, Osho's advice regarding that, and all that stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. I think it should be a bit further, right? Okay. So the first thing is the effortless nature of love and the struggle of control. See, you must have seen that whenever you want to suppress something, it comes out, like it bursts out of you. It comes back to you with even more force, with even more stronger it comes back to you. Why is it so? It, you must have seen that if government bans alcohol in certain places, then like illegal selling of alcohol actually gets increased in that area, because you cannot suppress something. Our human mind actually works in a very strange way, and the thing is, it cannot evaluate the negative. It cannot think of a negative. Like, I will give you an example. Suppose I will tell you that I am going to tell you a sentence and you need to follow it. Okay, so don't think of an elephant. Your brain thought of an elephant, an image of an elephant came to your mind, right? So I said don't think of an elephant, but an image of an elephant came to your mind. So that's how our brain can evaluate negative things. Like that, you should not, like, when you are telling that don't do this, don't do that to someone, you should actually tell the person to what should be done rather than what should not be done. Because whenever you tell them what should not be done, the things or the stuff will get feeded into their subconscious, and they will start doing the stuff that you have told them not to do. So that's how. And when you will suppress something, suppose if you have someday tried to actually fast, that day the sweets or the foods came to your mind even more, right? If if you're fasting and someone is eating just opposite to you, you would feel more hungry, you would feel more excessive hunger, like just observing the person eating that food, because you are actually fasting, you are preventing yourself to have that food. जो काम हम, मतलब, जितना सप्रेस करेंगे, जितना कम करना चाहेंगे अपने मन में कि ये नहीं करना है, ये नहीं करना है, ये नहीं करना है, वो उतना आएगा हमारे दिमाग में, और वो काम होने की संभावना उतना बढ़ जाएगा। तो वो मत सोचो कि क्या नहीं करना है, वो सोचो कि क्या करना है, राइट? एंड you should never try to, like, control anything. You should just give freedom to each and everything, and you should never try to control anything, because when you are trying to control anything, it will act just the opposite. See, the effortless nature of love and struggle of control. I have written something beautiful, that it's the difference between love and attraction. I loved the flower. It okay, not just start with the second para. I was attracted by the flower, so I plucked it. And I loved another flower, so I left it as it is. Love is not the stuff that you want to control of that, but love is you just observe it, you feel its beauty, but you are not aiming to control it. You can give all your things, you can give all of your stuff just for the thing you love, right? So you should not control. And see, things in our life should be effortless. You must have heard that some actors, like some director says, this actor is acting is effortless. The effort is not seen on the face, and they were actually enjoying doing the shooting or doing the movies. And as they're enjoying and doing it, as they're not trying to fake it, the acting, the expressions are coming out of their core, right? They are not faking it, so it looks natural and audience get attract towards that. You can fake it, but how much time, up till how much time you will fake it, right? It should come out from inside. So the thing is, and a famous CEO has told that stress doesn't comes from hard work. Stress comes from the work that you don't want to do, but you do for some unknown reason, right? So this is the thing. If you're doing something that you don't love to do, and if you're doing something just to get some other byproducts or just to get some fame, name, money, etc., you can't go to the top 1%, because the people at the top 1% are actually artists in that job. They are they are doing art, they are giving their soul in the product or in the work that they are doing. They are actually enjoying it. That's why they are in the top 1%, because they actually love to do it. And you can't able to compete with someone in a particular field or niche who actually love what they does. Because when you love something 24 by 7, you think of it, you are living for that purpose. So that's why choose something which you love and not which the society feeds in your brain. And Osho says that love can be a way, love can be a stairs through which you can climb and go to the Paramatma, to the ultimate soul, or to the ultimate, to the God, which we say. It's it will act as a stair, or it will act as a help for you. It will help you to go there, because when you actually remove yourself layer by layer, the only thing that stays inside is void, is null, is an empty space, and that is God, and that is Paramatma. There is a great story that you have to remove the word I or my or me from yourself if you want to achieve moksha or nirvana. Because if you want to go to the ultimate, if you want to experience the bliss, experience the inner peace, the enlightened enjoyment, happiness, you have to completely surrender to the Almighty. You have to completely surrender yourself, and in that process, the me or the I will get dissolved. It will get dissolved because, see, there is a beautiful story. Once Tansen was called by the Sultan, by the king. Tansen was called by the king. A king's worker went to Tansen and said, Tansen, the Sultan called you. The Sultan remembered you. Tansen said, okay, you are saying, then it's fine, but I'm not Tansen. It's just a name which can be used for easier identification. ये काम चलाओ नाम है मेरा. मैं तानसेन नहीं हूँ. I'm not Tansen. The worker again went back to the king and said, see, my lord, Tansen said all of this stuff, but he is ready to come. He is ready to come to you. Okay, fine. The king, in the front gate of his palace, was standing to welcome Tansen. Tansen came in a chariot, which was provided by the king. Like we often provide, if someone is coming to us to meet us, we often say, Sena, just go and take him, take my bike or take my car. Like that, the king sent a chariot for Tansen. And as the king sent a chariot, Tansen came and he stepped down from the chariot, and the king greeted and then said, see, you said that this is not your name. So who are you actually? The king thought he might be some spy or might be some enemy, because when you are a political leader, you actually think like that. Then Tansen said, no, my lord, I am not Tansen. I am something else. Then who are you? Then Tansen said, I am void, I am null, I am empty space. I am the ultimate. Then the king said, how can it be? Your body is here, you are here. So why are you not accepting that you are a human, you are Tansen? Then he said, okay, I will give you a simple example. He looked at the chariot, and there were 4 to 5 workers with the king. Tansen said them, please remove the horses from the chariot. Then the chassis or just the frame was there. without the horses. The Tansen asked the king that, is this a chariot? The king says, no, this is not the chariot. This is the horses. This is the frame and this is the horses. So Tansen said, okay, this is not the chariot, right? I just detached the horses from it. Then Tansen detached the umbrella that is on the umbrella-like structure on the chariot, detached it. So asked the king, is this the chariot? The king said, no. This is just a part to give you shadow during the journey. This is not the chariot. And Tansen detached one wheel, right, and said, is this the chariot? The king said, no. Another wheel, is this it? No. The seats, is this it? No. One part of the frame, and at last there was empty space. There was void. There was null. Then Tansen asked that, see, my king, in front of you only, is it recording or not? I don't know. Okay, it's recording. See, my lord, in front of you only, I actually detached one by one the part. I did postmortem of the cart, but I detached one by one thing, and for everything I asked you that, is this chariot? You said no, and one by one everything got detached, and I kept it aside. Now a null and empty space is there. So this is not the chariot as well. So where is the chariot? Where it is? It is just the association. It is just the integration of some parts and the horses, right? That is us humans. If I will remove my body, if I remove my skin is not me. If I will remove my organ is not me. If I will remove my bones is not me. My hairs is not me. My heart is not me. My brain is not me. Nothing is me in here. And once you will start detaching it one by one, you will at last find that there is a null and empty space. And you will find, I don't exist in this whole world. This is all, you can say, the matrix or the Maya. I don't actually exist, and as I don't exist, but for whom? But for the world I existed, and I am struggling in this world to get something for me, to get a home, to get a car, to get a bike, to get a lot of money. But where am I in this body? I am I didn't existed at all. I'm just a combination of a lot of stuff, a lot of cells, right? Biologically. Then the king understood the meaning, that why he said that this is a Kam Chalao Nag for the world, right? So you need to understand this. And जब तक ये मैं रहेगा, ये तुमको परमात्मा से मिलने नहीं देगा. तो ये मैं को खत्म करना होगा. तुम्हें जानना होगा कि तुम कौन हो. Who am I is actually, see, every journey of spirituality starts from who am I. You must have seen in YouTube or in Instagram, who am I is the question, is a question that will answer all of the mysteries in the world. And you will slowly understand that you actually did not exist it. And when you will vanish, you will disappear, you will dissolve in the process, in the journey. Then you can observe the ultimate, because me is like a wall in front of you that is hindering, that is preventing you from observing the actual truth. When the wall is broken down, when the wall is kept aside, then you can see the real truth. अष्टवक्र गीता में कहा गया है कि तुम कौन हो? तुम ना तो जल, ना अग्नि, ना हवा, ना कुछ और शायद होगा। जल, अग्नि, हवा, माटी, पृथ्वी। जल, अग्नि, हवा, पृथ्वी, मिट्टी, like these 5 elements. You are not any of this. You are just the observer. तुम बस साक्षी हो. This word is very important. Sakshi, just observer. You are observer of all the things. You are not. You are doing nothing here. You are just observing each and every element. You are just observing each and every scenario. This is just like a dream, and you are just the observer. Like when you sleep, you actually see those dreams. You think that you are running in that dream, but actually you are sleeping, actually you are doing nothing. That is the same case in when that is the same case where will happen to you when you will see yourself as an observer, as an shakshi. And the I, the me, that is called ego. And whenever your ego will not die, you cannot rise. You need to kill your ego to get that transformation. You need to kill the I-ness. मैं ये खत्म करना पड़ेगा, तभी तुम अपनी यात्रा में आगे बढ़ पाओगे. So okay, so I am very excited for another great story, a story about a tree and a boy. See, in this era, in this time, we actually, due to animation, due to videos, due to movies or cinemas, at the time when kids used to read books, they used to imagine, they used to feel the story, and they used to imagine that okay, uh, there is a road and there are trees beside the roads, there is a forest, and everybody, when they're reading the story, they would start to imagine the whole scenario. But nowadays your imagination is kind of gonna killed by uh, televisions and mobiles, because they just create the scenario for them. But the beauty of imagination is, if there are 100 boys in this room and I am reading aloud a story, and the scenarios that they are making in their head, everybody has a different scenario. The texture of the road of every child would be different. The color of the sky of every boy would be different. The trees, the cars in the road, everything would be different in everyone's mind. And this is the power of imagination. And imagination actually boosts your creativity, and all this stuff is gonna killed by the modern technologies. But I think you should consider imagining. So, as I go forward in the story, you should imagine, you should make up a scenario in your mind, make up a imaginative world of your own as I proceed further. So it's a story about a tree and a boy. So in a field, in a massive field, there there is a huge, enormous tree mounting like a tower. Its branches is so big and huge that as if you were looking from the ground, it looks that its branches are ranging high into the sky. In the autumn season, when wind passed from the leaves, it creates a beautiful whistling sound. And as the wind struck the leaves that are ripened, that are aged, it falls off, and the scenario looks beautiful. The scenario looks amazing. During different season, its fruits get ripe. Monkey came there, people came there to eat its fruit. Uh, the people who are passing by the road just beside the field comes under the shadow of the tree in the morning, in the daytime, in the noon time, to feel its cool wind, to feel the soothing transition, to feel the calm. And in the afternoon, everyone comes to play in the field, but one child actually plays with the tree. One child actually plays. It will start getting exciting. I will hold my mic in my hand. So one child comes under the tree. It swings in its branches. It plays in the shadow. It like it plays around the tree always. And slowly, the tree started to love the small child. And whenever you love someone, you wish that I can give that person everything that I have. जो देने आया है वो निश्चिंत है, जो लूटने आया है वो चिंतित है, जो लुटाने आया है वो आनंदित है, जो लेने आया है वो दुश्चिंता में है. क्योंकि यहाँ से कुछ भी तुम लेकर ना जा सकोगे, यहाँ से जाओगे तो खाली हाथी अंत में. So love is something, love is a feeling where you want to give everything to what or which person you love. But ego is something that it wants everything. वो सब कुछ लूटना चाहता है, वो सब कुछ लेना चाहता है, पर फिर भी वो चिंतित है. क्यों? क्योंकि उसे लगता है मैं और लूट लूं. लेकिन प्यार निश्चिंत है. क्यों? प्यार चाहता है कि मैं और बांटूं और दे पाऊं लोगों को. क्या है मेरे पास, मैं अपने आप को शून्य कर दूं. और ये जो अपने आप को शून्य तक पहुंचाने का कार्य है, क्रिया है, यही शायद मोक्ष या एनलाइटमेंट कहलाता है. कि मैं शून्य हो जाऊं, मैं ब्रह्मा हो जाऊं, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. राइट. So the tree actually slowly loved that child, and then, but there is a problem. The tree is enormous. The tree is huge in size, and the child is small. So you would say how uh, love can originate between two-person, one who is big and another who is small. In our society, that may not be possible. Someone who is rich and someone who is poor, someone who has a lot of wealth and someone who has nothing in terms of money or in terms of materialistic wealth. How can they love each other? You might think, but as it was not a human, as it was a tree, he was not influenced by the society, he was not brainwashed by the people, he was not feeded by the norms, because it was a tree. So it slowly lowered its branches to the child to offer its ripened fruits. And the child actually enjoyed the fruits very much. See, there is a take in between. Love always bows. Here the tree bowed down. प्यार में तुम छोटे हो सकते हो, but ego always rises. ईगो अकड़ अकड़ के रहना मतलब ईगो, और झुक जाना मतलब प्यार. If you can bow, if you can make yourself small, you are in love. But if you want to show that I am big, then you are actually articulated, you are actually controlled by ego, right? So love always bows, ego always rises. Here the tree bowed to the child to offer its fruit. The child has nothing to give to the tree. The tree has everything to provide to the child. But the tree never questioned that the child may not have nothing to give me. Why I would love him? But the tree actually felt the feeling, felt the emotion of love, and he bowed down. Uh, and slowly, the child used to come every day, played under the tree. The tree felt happy. The tree felt fulfilled when the child actually plays under its shadow, under its canopy. And slowly, time passed. The tree became a boy. Now the tree has a lot of task, has a lot of uh, urgency. He have to go to school, he have to do his homework, he have to uh, write articles, he have to read for his exams. So he don't get too much of time in between to actually visit the tree. And the tree longs for the child. And one day the tree called the child as he was passing by. Why don't you come anymore? The boy replied, I need money. The tree said, you need money? But I don't have money. पेड़ों के पास पैसे कहाँ से आएगा? Right? The tree said, I don't have money. The tree said that you looked anxious, you looked tensed, just for money. The boy said, yes, I need to earn my bread. I need to earn, I need to feed my stomach. I need money. Tree said, oh yeah, you have to. But see, we actually don't know anything about money. I think, the tree said, I think this is the reason that we are so peaceful. This is the reason We are so beautiful. We are so close to nature. We observe all the ecstasy, all the charisma that God wanted us to see because we don't need money. Maybe. Then the tree said, okay, I have an offering for you. You can take all my fruits and go and sell them in the market and you will get money. अभी तक रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है क्या? My phone got that much of storage. Yeah, my phone, a lot of storage. Like, so the guy said, okay. The guy didn't have a second thought. The boy climbed the tree, like plucked all the fruits, even the unripe ones. Some of the branches fell off the tree due to the process of plucking the uh, getting the fruits. But the boy took all the fruits and went to the market and sold them, and he now have a lot of money. He got a lot of money, but he didn't thank the tree. He didn't say even a small note of appreciation he had given to the tree. But the tree felt no pain. Why he felt no pain? Because he was in love. I'm not. I'm like person. I had already personified the tree by saying, okay, let's personify it. Let's make it he. He didn't feel any pain, although his fruits, his branches were broken. It's his like his limbs are cutted from his limbs are detached from the tree, but he doesn't feel any pain because it was happy that the boy had accepted its offering. True love is fulfilled not by being thanked, but by being accepted. He was just happy that the boy actually accepted my offering, accepted my fruit, and have I can help I can help the boy a little bit. And now years passed by. The tree stood in silence, waiting every day. The tree waited for that child. The child, after becoming a boy, now he's a man. He's a heavily built man now. Time changed, and the tree is waiting. Why? Because love waits and ego forgets. The boy forgot all the memories, all the happy moments that he had with the tree. But one day, again, the man came and said to the tree that I need to build a house. The tree said, I don't have a house. We live in the open. We live, we are, we are created like that only. We grow in the lap of our mother nature. But the boy said, I am a human. I need house. The tree said, okay, you can take my wood for that. Cut my wood and you can take it. The boy, without a second thought, because he was in ego, he took as many wood as he needed and he built a beautiful house. Again, he stopped coming to the tree. His branches were chopped off. See, love continues giving. The tree is giving and giving, even when it is wounded. Ego keeps demanding, even when it has taken everything. The tree has taken everything, right? The tree has given everything, and the boy has taken everything. But still, why all that is possible? Because the tree is in love, The boy is in ego. And then, like that, the tree stood there waiting for the boy, and the boy never actually came to the tree because the boy forgot everything. Now the boy need money. Now the boy need praise by the society. The demands are completely different as of the child. The child needed happiness. Maturity kills your innocence. So like that, here actually, if I will tell you the interpretation, the metaphor, the boy is a representation, is a symbolization of ego, and the tree is a symbolization of love. And ego asks, what can you give me? Fruits, branches, trunk. And love asks, what can I give you? See, another thing, another quote. There was a rich famous man. I am not that good with names. So the rich man said that how much money a man needs in his life. How much money? You first think how much money you need in life. There should be a like benchmark, right? There should be a level. If I can make that much money, I'm satisfied. The amount of money a man needs in his life is just one more dollar. Just one more dollar. And that's it. We will meet in another video. That's it. I think today's session was a quite deep. We talked a lot about love and ego, sacrifice, suffering, desire, lust, emotions, everything, right? So thank you. That's it for today. Bye bye. And Orkujoti De, as it was a Kam Chalao Naam, if you know the story. Signing off.